Hello dear students, learners and participants. I welcome you all to the 8-week online module on digital electronics and its applications, organized by Department of Electronics and Telecommunication, Government Polytechnic, Hingoli. So students, in this week we are going to focus our study on assembly language programming using 8086. These lectures are presented by Shailendra Balumote, lecturer in Electronics Department, Government Polytechnic, Hingoli. In previous lecture, we have studied about the addressing modes of 8086. Now, in this lecture, we are going to study the instruction set of 8086. Basically, the program is nothing but set of instructions, and the instructions are nothing but directions given to the processor that decides how to operate on a data or a operand. We are going to study these instructions in 3 videos. So in this video we are going to discuss about the data transfer instructions and arithmetic instructions, and the remaining instruction set we will discuss in the further lectures. So at the end of this video, the students will be able to choose the relevant instruction to perform the given operation from the instruction set of 8086 with justification. Now the 8086 supports 6 different types of instructions: data transfer instruction, arithmetic instructions, logical instructions, string manipulation instructions, process control instructions, and control transfer instructions. So first instruction set is data transfer instructions. So data transfer instructions basically used to transfer the data or address from or to the memory location or register or input output port. So generally this data transfer instructions involves two operands: source operand and destination operand, and they should have same size. So if the source operand is 8 bit, then destination operand should be of 8 bit, and if source operand is of 16 bit, then the destination operand must be a 16 bit. So they should have same size. Now what can be a source? A source can be a register or a memory location or a immediate data, and destination, it may be a register or a memory location. The destination cannot be a immediate data. The size should be either byte or word when we transfer this data from one location to another. So here the data size must be of either a byte or word. So 8-bit data can only move to 8-bit register or memory, and 16-bit data can be moved to 16-bit register or memory. What are the different data transfer instructions? So here first instruction is a move instruction. In move instruction, the syntax of move instruction is like this: move register 2 or memory, comma register 1 or memory. So we can use the move instruction like this: move AX, comma BX. So this is a register, or it can be like this: move AX, comma a memory, or it can be move memory location, comma AX or BX. So it cannot be a memory or memory. So this instruction move memory, comma memory, this is not valid. So here what happens when we use move register 2 comma register 1, the content of register 1 is transferred to the register 2. When we use memory move instruction on memory comma register, so the content are transferred to the memory, and similarly when we use move register 2 comma memory, the contents of memory location are transferred to the register 2. So this is a move instruction. So this move instruction can be used in a immediate addressing mode also. So we can directly transfer the data to the memory location or to the register. So if move register comma data, then the data is directly copied into the register, or move memory comma data, then the data is directly copied to the given memory location. Next instruction is the exchange instruction, XCHG. So here we can use the two operands may be register, memory, or register. So here this is the destination. Sorry. So the destination must be register or memory, and the source is a register. So here the contents of two registers or memory and registers get exchanged. We cannot use memory comma memory, so the exchange between two memory locations cannot happen here. Now this exchange instruction is equivalent to like this. So suppose we can use a temporary variable. So this value of ax is copied to the temporary variable. Then we can copy the value of bx into ax, and we can use this move bx comma t. So here the contents of ax are first transferred to temporary variable or temporary register. Then we copy the contents of b to the ax, and then we copy the temporary variable into bx. So this is equivalent to exchange register. But here we require 3 instructions, and the same work is done here with the one instruction. So this reduces the complexity. So it is better to use the exchange instead of this 3 instructions. Next is a push instruction. This push instruction and pop instruction both are used for stack operation. This push and pop both are used for stack operations. So here we can use a 16-bit register or memory. So here what happens when we use this push instruction, push register, so the stack index, or sorry, the stack pointer is reduced by 2. So it is decremented by 2. Then the memory address of stack is calculated with the help of stack segment register and stack pointer register, and the contents of this register, chosen register, are moved to the memory location MA and MA plus 1. So similarly the push memory instruction works. Here also the stack is decremented by 2, and the memory address is calculated with the help of stack segment register and stack pointer register. Now the contents of this memory location are copied to the memory address MA and MA plus 1. Here the higher byte is copied to the MA. So this content higher byte, and the lower byte is copied to the MA plus 1. Next instruction is a pop instruction. This also works same as push, but in push instruction we copy the data to the stack, and in pop instruction we copy the data from the stack. So here what happens, first the memory address is calculated, then the data from the stack is copied to the given register. So the data from these two memory locations MA and MA plus 1 is copied to the 16-bit register, and then the stack pointer is incremented here, incremented by 2, because we have moved the 2-byte instruction. The pop instruction on memory location also work. So here the data from the stack is copied to the given memory location, and the stack pointer is also incremented by 2. Now this next instructions, that is in instruction and out instruction. These are two used to handle the data with the port. So when we use the instruction like in a comma dx, so this is the instruction in a comma dx. So when we use this instruction, the value stored in the dx register is copied to the address bus, and the port value of that address is copied to the AL. So this is a 8-bit operation. We can use this same instruction to 16-bit address, 16-bit operation also. This is 8-bit operation and this is 16-bit operation. The same operation occurs here. When we use this dx register, the memory value is stored in the dx register. So the memory address of the port is copied from this dx register and it is sent over the address bus, and the data from the given address bus is copied to the ax register, which is a 16-bit register. Now we can use this instruction by using direct addressing here. So we will give the direct 8-bit address of your port, but the data is 8-bit or 16-bit. So when we are operating 8-bit or taking the 8-bit data from the port, so we will copy it into L, and we are when we are copying the 16-bit data, we will use the register AX. So here address is 8-bit, but the data will be 8-bit or 16-bit. Similarly, the out instruction is carried out. Similarly, this out instruction is carried out. So in out instruction, the syntax is same: out memory location dx comma a. So here the data is sent to the given port. So port address is stored in the dx register, and this data from register A is copied to the address the data from this dx register is copied to the address bus, and the data of register A is copied to the given port, that is, it is outputted. So similarly it can work on the directly we can write here the address also. So the two operands we can give with the help of register. So this is a register addressing mode, and this is the direct addressing. Now we'll look into the arithmetic instructions. So these are the different arithmetic instructions: add, C, subtraction, SBB. Now we'll look into the next instructions, the set, that is arithmetic instruction. So first arithmetic instruction is a add instruction. So add instruction is nothing but it is used to add the operands. So here the two operands may be register or memory, but both cannot be memory. One can be register and one can be memory, as we have seen. So here the add, what does add register do? What happens when we use add? Then, so forget this C here, we are not using add C. So when we use this add, what happens? The register 2 is a destination and register 1 is a source. So what happens? It adds the contents of register 1 and register 2, and the result will be stored in the register 2. So similarly, when we use register and memory, the contents of register and memory are added and the result will be stored in the register. And when we use memory and register, the contents of memory and register are added and it is stored in the memory location. We can use the immediate addressing mode also. So we can directly give data here. The same operation will be occurring here. So add register or memory comma data, it will perform the data and register values are added and the answer will be stored in the register. The next is add a comma data here. So we can operate on 8-bit data and 16-bit data. So when we are using 8-bit data, we can use AL register, and when we are operating on a 16-bit data, we can use AX register. So the operation will be same. The next instruction is a add C. So it is same as the add instruction, but here we are adding the two register with carry. So here the contents of the carry flag are also added to this addition. So this is addition with carry. So ADC, that is addition with carry, we can use two operands as two registers, register and memory and register. Both are memory locations is not possible. So here when we are performing a byte-wise addition, then the carry may be generated in first addition. So that carry should be added to the next byte instruction. So here we use this add C instruction. So we can use the immediate data also, and we can use the add C with the 8-bit data and 16-bit data, as we have seen in the add instruction. The next instruction is a subtraction instruction. So we use subtraction instruction. So forget this. This is wrong here. So this instruction does what? It subtracts the register 1 content from register 2, and the result is added to the register 2. Similarly, subtraction sub register 2 comma memory, the contents of memory location are subtracted from the register 2 data, and the contents are returned to the register 2. So same we can use with the immediate data. So when we use subtraction register or memory comma data, so the contents this data is subtracted from the contents of register or memory location, and the result is stored in the register or memory location. So we can use this subtraction instruction when we can perform a 8-bit subtraction or 16-bit subtraction. So here the operation is same as the subtraction instruction, but remember this, when we are using 8-bit data, we have to use AL register, that is 8-bit register, and when we are using a 16-bit data, we will use AX register. Next is SBB, which is nothing but subtraction with borrow, which is same like addition with C, but here only subtraction is performed. So we can take example of this subtraction register 2 comma register 2 or memory comma register 1 or memory. So we can make combination like this: register or register, register and memory, memory and register. So these are the 3 combinations. Here the subtraction is done like this. So here again it is wrong. So it is register 2 minus contents of register 1, and we are considering a carry flag here. So carry flag is set or reset in subtraction also when the borrow is generated. So this is the subtraction with borrow, and when we are doing the byte wise subtraction, so that time this is helpful. So we can use immediate data also. The immediate data can be subtracted from the contents of register or memory, and the result is stored in the register or memory. We can use this subtraction with borrow on 8-bit. For 8-bit we'll use register AL, and for 16-bit we'll use register AX. Next instructions are increment and decrement. It is increment means incrementing the value or content of the given register or memory location, and decrement means decrementing the value of stored in the register or contents of memory location. So when we use register INC, the instruction increment is INC. INC register, this is 8-bit register. So the contents of this register are incremented by 1. Then increment register 16. So the contents of this 16-bit register are incremented by 1, and it is updated. The increment memory means it updates the content, or it increments the content of memory location, and the result is stored in the same memory location. So similarly the decrement instruction works. The decrement register or memory decrements the given contents of the given register. Either it may be a 8-bit or it may be a 16-bit. So the contents are decremented by 1, or either it may be a memory location. So the contents of 8-bit register or 16-bit register or memory location are decremented by 1, and the value is stored in the respective register or memory location. Next arithmetic instruction is a multiplication instruction. We use MUL, that is mul, register or memory. So here we require 2 operands. So one operand is by default taken as AL or AX. So when we are operating multiplication for byte or byte multiplication, so the AL register is a first operand, or it is a default operand, and the register given value is acting as a second operand. So when we use mul register, so we can write like this: mul we'll use BL. So this content of BL are multiplied with AL. The result will be 16-bit and it is stored in the AX. So when we multiply two 8-bit numbers, the result may be higher than 8 bits. So we will use the 16-bit register to store the answer. Here, when we use uh, this instruction for a word, that is 16-bit multiplication. So here the by default first operand is a AX and the second operand is a 16-bit register. The contents are multiplied and the answers lower word is stored in the AX and upper word is stored in the DX register. Okay? Then we can use this instruction on memory also. The same happens here. The by default the AL and AX will be the default first operand and the contents of the memory given memory location, either it may be a 8 byte, then it is multiplied with AL, and if it is a 16 bit, then it is multiplied with AX, and the result will be stored in AX and DX respectively. Next instruction similar to mul is imul, which is used for integer multiplication. So the operation will be same. Here only the integer multiplication is done. Next is a division. So division instruction, we use div register or memory. Only one operand is given here, and by default the other operand is the register AX. So here what happens? The content here we will divide the 16-bit by 8-bit. So here by default the first operand is AX and it is divided by given register. So suppose we use instruction divide division BL. So this is the 8-bit. So the content of AX are divided by BL and the result may be quotient and remainder. So the quotient is stored in AL, so it contains quotient, and the remainder is stored in AH. So the answer is stored in AX also, AX register. So this AL, that is lower byte, contains the quotient and the upper byte contains the remainder. Then we can in similar way we can divide the 16-bit number by 32-bit number by 16-bit. So here the by default 16-bit number is made with the help of DX and AX register. So the lower word is stored in AX and the upper word is stored in DX, and this value is divided by given register. Suppose we will use BX register. So the contents are divided, the answer quotient is stored in AX and the remainder is stored in DX. Similarly, we can use the instruction division memory instead of register. So in memory locations value acts as a second operand. So the AX is divided by the 8-bit memory, or the AX is divided by the 16, DX and AX are divided by the 16-bit data stored in the given memory. Same instruction I division, so it is used for integer division. Integer division. The operation is same as the division as we have explained, and this is operated on integer values. Next is a compare instruction, so CMP. Now this instruction is also going to affect the flags or flag register. So here when we use compare register to so the syntax of the this instruction is like this: see, compare register or memory, comma register or memory. So we can use register register, register memory, and memory register. But we cannot use memory and memory. So this combination memory comma memory is not valid here. So what happens when we use this instruction compare? So when we use this compare instruction, the contents of these registers are compared. Then how they are compared? So say we'll use instruction move. Sorry, instead of move we have to use. So consider an example, compare CMP bx comma ax. So what happens? The contents of bx and ax is done. So subtraction is done here. So how if the subtraction result is positive, that is register 2 is greater than register 1. So if bx is greater than ax, then carry flag is 0, 0 flag is 0, and SF flag is 0, sign flag is 0. If the bx content of bx are less than the ax, then the borrow is generated, so carry flag is set to 1 and the answer will be negative, hence sign flag will be 1. And if registers content of register 2 and register are 1, then carry flag becomes 0, sign flag becomes 0, and only 0 flag is set, that is answer will be 0. So by using this compare instruction, we can compare the contents of these two registers are equal or not. So here these instructions can be used to check the greater or smaller value also. Similarly, we can use this instruction on this two different, compare register comma memory and compare memory comma register. Then we can use this compare register on immediate data also. So we can directly compare the contents of register with the data or contents of memory location with the data. The same happens here. If the contents of register are greater than data, then all flags are set to 0, and if the contents of register are less than data, then 0 flag is not set but carry flag set and sign flag set because answer is negative. And if both are equal, the contents of register and data are equal, then 0 flag is set because the answer will be 0. Same is operated with the compare memory comma data. Next, we can compare an 8-bit data or 16-bit data also. So when we are comparing 8-bit data, the register should be 8-bit register, and when we are comparing the 16-bit data, then the register should be 16-bit. So it is going to affect the flags as previously we have seen. So in this lecture we have seen the data transfer instructions and arithmetic instructions. So the remaining instruction set we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.